And a good morning to you once more, Lagos. You're tuned in and listening to Smooth Breakfast on Smooth 98.1. Right now, it's time to delve into the world of business inside of Business Express. And our guests in the studio this morning, Olamide of ARM and Ugo Dre of Nairametrics. Good morning, good people.
Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
Excellent. I'm great. Thank you. Great to have you here. Now, Lagos conversation as we delve into this. The number to send a message to is our WhatsApp number 0809 444 But also do tweet any questions or comments you have to us right now by using that hashtag Business Express 981. So, Olamide Ugo, how was the stock market activity ending Friday last week?
Okay, for on Friday the market actually lost. I think we lost about 0.12%, taking the weekly loss to 1.17%. Year to date, the market has lost about 15.32%. And looking at the sectors, major drivers are the banking sector.
Have penny stocks, amongst your top 10 stocks for the week, at least maybe 4 or 5 of them, then you know you're really, really, really in a bearish market. So this is not a market you want to be right now.
Yikes. All right. Thank you for that. Just ray of sunshine and positivity there. But up next, we had a question come in from Twitter, and it had to deal with inflation, right? It was from @Findisu, and he says, listen, they said inflation has gone down from 15% to 12%, but a derica of rice, that's the can, went up by 20 naira. Is somebody lying, or I don't know economics, please? What's happening?
You know economics, my brother. And nobody's lying to you. Inflation by the rate is 13% or something. Rise, right, from one period to the other. So when they say inflation rate is 11.16 or something, it's actually a rise in the prices, in the basket of prices of goods and services from one period to another. So, and if you're saying inflation rate for August, we're comparing August last year to August this year, or September last year to September this year. And since it's a basket of goods and services, there's so many things in there that they put together, and they call it the composite price index. So they put everything together, and then they weight it, and then they check the difference in price. So because inflation is a rise, there can be let's assume you can have a rise between July and July last year of say 15%.
Okay.
And then you now have a rise between August this year and August last year of 14%. So we now say it's slowed.
Yes.
Exactly.
Oh, right.
So it's still a rise. It's just like it's slow.
It's slow.
Yeah, it's
okay.
slow. That's it. So I think you call it a disinflation. So yes, prices of goods and services can still go up within the month. And besides, we also have month-on-month inflation as well.
Okay.
So inflation between July and maybe August this year, or August this year and September this year. So whether you like it or not, inflation is always a rise. So it means every other month, goods and services, prices of goods and services are going up.
Right. Excellent stuff there.
Yeah, so okay, so just like you said, inflation. Once you hear inflation, it means prices are actually going higher. I mean, generally, I think we've mentioned it over and over again that inflation in Nigeria is actually cost push inflation. You have demand pull and then you have cost push. So as far as we are concerned, it's actually cost push, and a bit of inflation is actually needed for every country really, because by the time you get to deflation, it means prices are actually coming down. And if I'm an investor, or if I'm into business, I'm into production, I know that prices of goods and services are coming down. I really do not want to. I'm not thinking of expanding or increasing my business, because we really can't be.
What a capitalist world.
Yeah, so that's why you see the developed economics, all the likes of US trying to push inflation to a particular range, because you actually need a bit of it in your economy. So yes, inflation. I mean, you're still going to the markets, prices are still going up and all of that, but it's just what we're just trying to say is the figure just tells you relative to this period, the increase in price is not as much as what you had before.
All right, thank you very much. That actually made a lot of sense there. We've got more still coming through. So, Olamide Ugo, are we facing a food crisis that's now been caused by the flooding in some states? Because we know that there have been those issues in the different states and being able to get food across. If hectares of land is being flooded, the crops are destroyed. What are we dealing with now as a nation?
Well, as far as flooding is concerned, this won't be the first year we would have flooding. So flooding, it's consistent. Like almost every year, there's always the flooding issue. So the question is if it's higher than what we had in the previous year, or if it's so looking at what we've seen so far. Yes, rainfall has been high. You've seen that tick into inflation also. You might probably, normally, so during this harvest season, what you find is there's a moderation in inflation. Like we said, prices are going up, but you might not see the drop significantly feeding into the numbers basically.
Okay.
But in terms of having food crisis, I don't think we're close to having it just yet.
Okay, thank you very much for that. That's a bit of a relief. We can exhale there. But let's move food. Go back to the stock in a little bit to talk appease Cussons. Their Q1 2018 results are out. So how did they perform during the first quarter? What are your thoughts on their performance?
Oh, okay, go on.
All right. Okay. So as far as PZ is concerned, I think they reported a loss for the years that ended in June. Their financial year ended in, so this is their Q1 2019 result. They actually reported a loss which was higher. It was 204 million naira, higher than what they recorded in Q1 18. Basically, the pressure, they just had weak operating performance. So I think they had their costs actually reduced at a slower pace relative to revenue. So they struggled with the revenue declined, but costs didn't decline as much as revenue did. So what you find is their operating performance was actually very weak. The pressure point on their COGS just basically has to do with petrochemical prices. Basically, I mean, we all know that crude and all of those stuffs are actually high.
Okay.
And they have some of it as their raw materials for their product, so that's what's affecting them. In terms of outlook, it's still unchanged for us. Our fair value estimate for PZ is 10.12. So relative to the closing price, I think it closed at 12 naira 55. So we still have a sell written on this stock.
All right, thank you very much for that. Ugo Dre, you had something you wanted to chip in there?
Yeah. So, I mean, if you're looking for bellwether stocks or the kind of stocks that give you an idea of, how people spend money or disposable income of Nigerians, and PZ is one of those stocks because PZ basically sells almost everything that you need in your house. So a lot of household stuff you can find in there, and if they're having a kind of steep revenue decline that we've just seen, then it means that household income has dipped, or disposable income of Nigerians is definitely under pressure. And this is just some of the things that we all complain about. For example, PZ did complain that, or did mention that their white goods segment, that's where the segment where they sell air conditioners and stuff like that. There's been a lot of pressures there, downward pressure. So Nigerians are not buying as much as they would expect. In fact, a lot of Nigerians are buying a lot of Chinese products these days. And these things are very much cheaper. So people buy TVs that are not the kind of branded TVs that you and I are very used to, or the ACs that are used to. Just put it in your house. Or
is it going to work?
There, and so far it works, and you can still watch TV. So they're having pressure. And they're also having pressure as well in some of the what you call inelastic products, like things that you always need in your house. There's a lot of competition in there for them. A lot of foreign goods are coming in, foreign products are coming in, that people see as alternatives. So these are just some of the pressures PZ is experiencing. And like I said earlier, it's a bellwether stock. So if PZ is not doing well, then the larger economy, it just reflects how tight things are for Nigerians.
All right, thank you very much for that. Now, I literally have got just under a couple of minutes left on the show. I need to just get into this story very quickly. So CBN have partnered with law enforcement, getting ready to combat Naira hawkers. Now, this has been very interesting, came out in the news. What are your thoughts on this? What is this Naira hawking for people out there who maybe have not heard the news yet? And their last OMB on Saturday, they were involved. And how does the CBN really plan to combat this effectively?
I don't know. It looks as if every year or every 2 years, CBN just wakes up and says, okay, it's time for us to just scream about something, and then it's Naira hawking. So, I mean, we hear this year after year, and nothing really happens. Like, look, I think it's about time the central bank just accepts that. I mean, this is the Nigerian culture already, and it's very difficult to just stop this. I mean, like, so where are you going to stop now? Are you going to stop? Go to parties and start to arrest people.
That's spraying money.
From spraying money. Yes, it's just natural. It's just what Nigerians like doing. Or why don't you just go to street bars and start to stop people as well from spraying money?
So said they're going to have mobile courts for it.
It's just there's just a lot of things to worry about than to start worrying about people who spray money at parties.
Perhaps that's not a priority. Very quickly, a couple of questions came through. AE sent in this on a WhatsApp to say, so what is the minimum required inflation for Nigeria?
I don't think we have a minimum required inflation as far as Nigeria is concerned. But okay, I think if according to CBN, I think their target is about 7 to 9%, if I remember well, as to what their target inflation is.
Okay.
Right? So, I mean, maybe we can just use that as what the minimum inflation for Nigeria should be. Well,
for me, though, it always should be single digits. And the reason why you want inflation to be single digit is because, banks or lending rates, in a way, is sometimes linked to inflation rate. So if you have inflation rate of 6-7%, then there's a likelihood that lending rate might be lower. So currently lending rate is, I think, about 20-21% now. So and it's like that because lending rate would always be higher than inflation rate. So if you have inflation rate at single digits, then maybe you can have better lending rate. That's just it. Apart from that, a little bit of inflation is actually good, provided you have growth in your GDP.
Okay, thank you very much, Olamide of ARM, Ugo Dre of Nairametrics. We appreciate you both. Unfortunately, we are out of time, and yes, we do want more minutes to be added to our days, but you know, that's what we have. Coming up next, it is some great music, and then at 7:30, detailed newspaper analysis inside of Freshly Pressed. So keep listening to Smooth Breakfast.
Business Express.